I really have no idea how much is left, how many hills, how much elevation. At this point, it could be 4 hours left, it could be 8 hours, I had no idea. I'm seeing things. My hallucinations include mistaking a rock for a python and mistaking a stile for the crew. From that point onward, I couldn't tell you what happened. I have a massive gap in my memory.
My name's Nick and I run Tiger Martial Arts, which is a taekwondo club in the southwest of England. We help give children the self-control and confidence for them to achieve their ambitions. Recently we started a charity, and that charity is called Tiger Dash. Dash stands for Domestically Abused and Single Parent Household, and those are the families that we support. The idea is that we fund extracurricular activities for children who have experienced domestic abuse at some point in their lives, or their parents have experienced domestic abuse. Try and get them some additional role models so that they can have better outcomes in the future. Just give them more opportunities so that they can achieve more when they grow up. Having martial arts and a regular role model for me when I was a child hugely shaped the way that I am. And I just know that if we're funding activities for children, having some kind of outlet is going to be really, really helpful for them and is going to improve their outcomes in the future. In order to raise funds for that, I'm doing an ultramarathon. I made the decision to run UTS 100K. It's the second ultramarathon I've ever done in my life. The last one, a little under 10 hours. This is going to be more like 28 hours, and that is if I finish. The cutoff is 32 hours. It's up in Snowdonia, 6,400 meters of elevation, the equivalent of climbing 3/4 of Mount Everest. 105 kilometers, good 65 miles. It's going to be hot, it's going to be cold. A third of people do not finish this race. It's not easy.
UTS, Ultra Trail Snowdonia, 100K is one of the hardest 100K races in the world. Anybody that has been up to Snowdonia will appreciate how wild it is, how varied it is, and how hostile that place can be. My name's Ash Tuck. I've known Nick now for about 18 months. I'm his running coach and help him prepare for events and take him through his training. For about 18 years now, I've been working with runners and endurance athletes. The thing that makes these races particularly difficult, it is the varying terrain, it is the fact that you're running through the night, it is the fact that the aid stations are very few and far between. That kind of environment becomes almost unlivable. Of course there's physical risk involved, you know, you could fall off of one of the many mountains in this race and literally die. But you know, you try not to think about that.
So my training for this race was unlike any training I've ever done before. It was probably triple the yearly volume that I would normally do. I wasn't letting there be any chance that I wasn't going to finish. Now, I'm the sort of person that if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
Nick is the sort of person who always likes to be in control. He's very driven, he likes to work on a decent trajectory on projects, and that can sometimes come across as being fairly stubborn. Take that into a running context and it can kind of go either way. Especially in ultra running, where you need to have that grit, determination, and again, like stubbornness to carry on and get the job done. I don't think I've worked with anybody for a long, long time as determined as Nick.
I was preparing hard, and I'd just done a really long training week where I'd gone out up to Snowdonia, which is where the race is, and I'd done like 5 days of running, something like that. Biggest training week. I'd just run up Penny Fan twice the day before, and I felt like I was really ready. And the only thing I needed to do at that point is I needed to keep my head and taper, gradually reduce my volume. It's like 5:30 in the morning. I'm literally just going to the toilet. I come around the corner and bam, my toe was like pointing 20 degrees out to the side in the wrong direction. I couldn't believe what had just happened.
3 weeks to go. Have I broken my toe? That is the question.
I go in, I have a scan, an x-ray, and I sit down with the doctor, and he shows me the x-ray, and it's like pointing out to the side. You can see a clear break, and he just goes, "I'm sorry." At that point, I knew it was broken. I've told him I'm supposed to be doing an ultra marathon soon, and I ask him, what if I just ran it in 3 weeks? And he just shakes his head. He's like, no. So I'm like, oh my God, the run is off.
If there's going to be longer lasting damage, then we shouldn't run the race. There's so much riding on it. There's been so much work that's gone into it, from him, from me, from people around him, his family. There's been a lot of sacrifice there as well. And so I knew that he was pretty cut up when we made the decision there and then to can the race.
It seems kind of pathetic and a little bit sad. It's only a broken toe, but it feels like a lot more than that. If I ran and I messed it up further, and because of the toe I still didn't finish, and then I'm out of running for longer. So it's clearly not a good idea. So I haven't really got many options. Over the past 6 months, everything has been about the race. I'm kind of mourning the loss of that. It's kind of hard to get it out of my mind.
I stayed fit, I went to the gym. I felt like my legs were still really strong, and that was bittersweet, because as much as it was great that my body was really strong, I was probably ready and I wasn't going to be able to run. I had a fracture clinic appointment. The doctor there took a look, he confirmed it's going to be another 3 weeks till you're healed. And I asked, what if I just ran the race? He looks at me for a second and he says, well, you're unlikely to do any long-term damage, but it might hurt. And he said that in a kind of tone of like, it was really gonna hurt. I get home and I'm like, man, is there a possibility that I can do this? So I put on my running gear and I start running up and down some hills, and what I discover is that descending hurts a lot. And that's after just a couple of K of running. So I'm thinking, is it going to be possible? Am I going to be able to do this race? I decided I'm just going to give it a shot. That last night before the race, I wake up at like 1 a.m, a good 2 hours before I need to. I'm just staring at the ceiling going, what will be, will be. I've done everything I possibly can to get me to this point.
How you feeling, Nick?
Tired.
Yep.
And foot hurts. And I'm not even at the start line, but that's fine. It's okay. Already feels a little bit swollen. I was chatting with somebody who did the 100-miler, and he said, when the pain gets really bad, just remember, it's probably not going to get worse. So I'm just going to internalize that.
Nice.
Hope for the best.
Nice. I'm mentally prepared for the pain. Normally in an ultra, like the pain starts like, you know, halfway or something like that. But this time the pain is going to start at the beginning. So at least, if nothing else, I'm mentally prepared for pain, which I'm going to take as a positive.
Nice.
I was still in two minds, to be perfectly honest. First was super happy for him, really excited. He's got a chance to put into action everything we've been doing for such a long time. But the other part of me was thinking I would absolutely hate it if it meant he couldn't run again, which sounds super dramatic, but it's a genuine risk. He could do so much damage over a day and a bit of running that that he might not actually be able to run again.
Nice. See you shortly.
So even walking towards the start line, my foot is starting to hurt. My heart rate is high even at rest, just from the nerves, I think.
Nice one, dude. Thank you so much.
Extra selfie because in 15 minutes time it is go time.
And then 3, 2, 1, and then we're off. These races, they tend to start out fast. Already my foot is starting to hurt. And I'm thinking, wow, I am in for a wild ride. And there wasn't any turning back from that point. So I start trekking up the first path up to Snowdon, and the sun is starting to rise, and there's a beautiful sunrise over Snowdon. And I just think to myself, I'm really, really lucky to be here. I get nearly to the summit of Snowdon, over, down the pig track. My foot is already starting to hurt quite intensely. That descent took a while, longer than it should have, and my running gait is just slightly off, and my heart rate is high for that reason, because I know I'm not stopping. I get to checkpoint 1, I just try and compose myself, and I'm thinking, I really need to rein it in because otherwise I'm going to DNF. The next section, which is the glitters, and it's quite a technical section, very rocky, and this section is really hurting my foot. I can feel it. I don't know what's going on down there, but I can't stop and look, so I've just got to keep going. And as I'm running in, I see Matt just crouched in the hills, waiting to film me.
Right, well, go on. To the right after marching, checkpoint down the road. Doing well.
To be honest, just seeing a familiar face at that point, I'm getting a little bit emotional.
Well done. Oh, fantastic.
Hey guys.
Hi!
We'll pull myself together. Oh, no.
How you feeling?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I just need a drink for this, and I get it over me. Yeah, I like that. Nitrates. Yeah, so.
How's it going?
Right, yeah, I mean, it's constant pain, to be honest with you.
What, in the toe?
In the toe, yeah. But, no, fuck, no. I can manage. Yeah. It's, yeah. Ready to go again? Thanks, team. Thanks so much.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye, 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 bye. Have I got everything?
Yeah, you got everything.
There we go, sports fans.
For the next section, I've taken a lot of water with me. I've taken 2.5 litres of water and a load of food because I knew it was going to be a long section and it was getting seriously hot. Sunstroke was a risk at this point. And I'm just trying to keep my temperature down. I'm dipping my cap in water and putting it over my head repeatedly just to try and keep my temperature down. I'm like 10 hours in and I'm not even halfway and I'm in worlds of pain. We get to Capelcurig and it's carnage. There's drop bags everywhere and people trying to tape up their feet and, you know, some people dropping out. So I knew I had to get out of there. By this point, I've just done halfway. I climb Mol Siabod and down the other side.
Here he is. Looking strong.
So how you feeling, Nick?
Oh man, peak pain.
How's the toe?
The toe is.
On?
Don't take that turn.
I hope so.
Don't take that turn. About
feels
100 meters.
like it's on,
Starts on the left.
but yeah.
You're looking good.
Am I?
Yeah. You're running.
Can't touch them.
I know.
The next installation's closed.
How is it? Hey, well, I'm a bit ahead, aren't I? Yeah.
Wait on the road. How long?
So maybe I can keep it up.
Yeah, don't
But
feel you have to
it's
stop for the rest.
Excruciating.
Pain relief.
Yeah, yeah.
To be fair,
I've wrapped it up again with some more tape. Yeah.
Anyway, we shouldn't stop you go.
It's true. I should probably go.
You can do it.
Come on.
I think I can do it.
You can do it.
I
A
know.
lot of it now.
I'm like 60k in. I bombed it down that, and that's why my toes came in now. So now up Snowdon, descending hurts, going on flat hurts, ascending sometimes hurts. But yeah.
You've only got a couple more peaks left.
Yeah. Right.
And then it's like a whole.
See you at CP7.
Yeah, CP7 might be 4 a.m. depending on how I'm going.
Yeah.
If I keep this pace, but we'll see.
All right.
Thank you.
You've got it. You've got it.
You can do it.
Right. Let's go.
Use your poles.
It's not going to help.
There.
For a man with 9 toes, he's looking pretty incredible.
At this point, the sun starts to set. I know I'm in for a really long night. I've already been running for like 18 hours by this point. I planned to push in the night once it got a bit cooler, but I honestly didn't know if I was going to have much left. Head torch on, I start the long, long trek up Snowdon for the second time. I'm feeling incredibly drained, just like I'm really struggling to output any effort. And the climb up Snowdon, it just feels eternal. Snowdon feels like 3 times its normal size. You can see some lights at the top, but those lights just don't seem to get any closer. We're kind of starting to bunch up now. We're getting towards the top of Snowdon. We're all really, really tired. We're clearly cold and disorientated, and you know, there are some exposed ridges at this point, so you know, our balance is not on point. It could be dangerous. It just takes everything out of you.
Climbing Snowdon for the second time, it's a feat in itself in the day. It's a really genuinely hard climb. To hit that at night and know that you've got a descent of the biggest mountain of Wales ahead of you, and even then you've still got another mountain range to go. It's a daunting place to be, and quite isolated as well, mentally and physically. When you're really tired and it's dark, the world flips on its head.
So he's how far away from it?
11 minutes.
And we are 8 minutes away from the checkpoint.
I think we've had about 2 hours sleep. Mad dash rush. Made it checkpoint 7.
Dude, well done. Well done.
Oh, we're glad to see you.
Hello, my man.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm okay. Bit of a death march at the moment. Yeah.
Going up Snowdon for like the second time felt like going up Snowdon like 5 times. Yeah, it was really, really hard.
How's the toe?
The toe is under a lot of painkillers. Yeah. Hello. How's it going? You right? Oh God. I am shook that I'm allowed support.
There is sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah,
here.
I
There's
need
your
something
oats.
substantial.
There's your oats.
Because I've just been living off gel. Normally, like with a race like this, you start hurting towards like halfway, maybe like 2/3 in. This has been pain right from the beginning.
I was worried because of what had happened that he was going to struggle more, but he seems to be just doing so well. He's looking strong. Yeah, just really proud of him. Top job, top effort.
Yeah, he can't flat now. I think we'll chase him after him. Go.
Well, I don't know if I'd see you at CP7, but
No,
This
I
is
don't think you will
CP7.
now.
no.
This is the
This is
8th.
CP7.
Yeah.
What?
This is CP7. We'll see you at the end.
This is
We've got
CP7?
2 hills left.
There's no...
This is the last time we see you until the end.
Your next hill's Minid Moor, and then you've got the last, whatever the
How-
one after Minid Moor is, and then you've got that final.
Literally got 2
Nick,
hills.
look, you're at
What the-
79.9, you've got 25 left.
I've got 25 left.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. It's quite depressing that my running is not as fast as your walking. Well, it started off intense. Like, it started off very fast, way too fast. I don't know what the DNF rate is going to be. Last year it was like 40%. So that's a good thing, because I feel like even if I finish, don't really care what place. Because if I'm a finisher, I'm probably top 50% anyway.
So he thought the A6 was 88k, which would have only been like 60k left.
Imminence. At his next checkpoint, 88.3 kilometres. Doing well. I presume this is dropping in number of, the lower the number the better he's going, so minus 61, plus 16, and actually all of his other splits he has dropped to a beetle, I presume. Green means good, doesn't it? Breaking news, I think we're in the wrong spot, as in 200 metres down that way. It is true, we haven't seen a soul, so maybe we should relocate.
Where am I going?
This way.
And that way I will go. Oh, just general foot pain, general chafe. There's an aid station back there, but I didn't know it existed, so I didn't need anything. So I just go in and he sits me down and he's like, hot chocolate. I'm like, that's the last thing I want. So I had his hot chocolate and then I went. The last hill is like not small. Chaos. Absolute chaos. Starting to feel really nauseous back there. Don't know why. Probably the amount of things I've put in my body. It's really hard to get it right, like electrolytes and the food and stuff. You don't know if you've eaten too much or eaten too little. It's a nightmare.
Very shit.
Very shit. A lot of the time you're like, why the hell would anyone do this? But then I'm thinking about having completed this with a broken toe. And to be honest, I reckon I can just quit after this. I'm never going to be able to top that. It's definitely the hardest physical thing I've ever done. Fucking nuts, isn't it? I'm pushing and pushing and pushing, but there's so many false summits and mountains that I don't even remember on any previous recce of the route. Had I known how many mountains were left at that point, I don't think I would have even tried. But I was completely oblivious, so every time I got to a new one, I was like, right, let's just keep going. I start outputting effort at this point. I know that if I'm going to get in under 28 hours, which was my original plan, like before I broke my toe, that I would need to push. So I've gone over what I think is the last mountain, and I see this gravel descent, and I know that if I push hard for this last bit, I'm gonna get in under 28 hours. So at that moment, it's like I wake up. I start smashing it down there. I'm just like stomping, and I can't even feel my foot at this point, and I know I'm probably doing myself some damage, but I just really, really want to get in under 28 hours, and I want to get it done. It felt so surreal to be back where I'd started.
Well done, mate. Well done, mate.
Yeah. Thank you, mate. We smashed it, didn't we? As soon as we know that sub 28 was on the cards, we were like, yeah, let's go.
So there you go. That's what it's all about. Well done, you two.
I saw that there was a possibility to finish sub 28, but I knew I had to push it. But there were loads of hills I didn't expect and everything, so I just had to absolutely hoon it. I don't know where I got the energy from, but yeah. Nah, right, okay. Sitting down. Well done, Dave. Cheers. Killer. Absolute killer. Brutal. Yeah. Oh man, okay. Oh.
What
What do I do? I want to get up. What's the...
Seats all the way back.
Okay.
Well, because they
Yeah.
they can go down if they want
Great.
leg room, or they can do some
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
You only got one seat up. Do you want to go with Dan?
Oh, that's
Or try and go with Dan?
Lads together.
Yeah.
Do you want a nice water?
I'd love a nice water. Absolutely love
So
one.
I'm thinking like you guys can nap a bit,
Knackered.
Nick can shower, and then I don't know. You'll probably want to get proper food at some point.
Yeah.
More gels.
Yeah, you
Just
have
live
to
off gels.
forever.
Yeah.
Has it sunk in yet? No.
It's just fucking mental, to be honest.
It is mental. Absolutely mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a rice ball.
Rice ball, Nick.
Yeah. Fuck. Man, I'm like really good at crying for the camera or something.
What's going through your mind?
I was also a bit emotional.
What's going through your mind, Nick?
Oh,
That you never have to do it again.
it was just. It was just an unbelievable amount of suffering. Whew. Oof. Yeah, it was quite rewarding there. Yeah, I think. I don't know. Yeah. It was quite a relief to get to the start line, and it was quite a relief to finish. Anyway. Right, let's get to the pub.
Yeah, let's do the pub.
Let's get to the
Okay,
pub.
to the hotel first.
Well done, Nick, mate. You fucking smashed it, honestly.
Thanks.
Well done. Well done,
That also
honestly.
really needs to be
Fucking well done.
Let's get a beer in us.
You've done it. You've literally done it. You've actually done it.
It's just really hard for me to process that I don't have to run anymore. And it's really hard for me to process that it's done. The pain is over. And the relief of that is just starting to set in. At the end, when my feet were all messed up and I was questioning whether I'd broken like 2 more bones in my feet, and at that moment, if you'd have asked me, was it worth it? I would have said, I don't know. But now, a week after the race, I know my feet are fine, and it was 100% worth it. I'm not going to say I would do it again, because I wouldn't. But it was quite an achievement to finish in under my target time with a broken toe.
Genuinely, having coached multiple people for lots of big, crazy events, my admiration for the guy is through the roof. What he has mentally gone through in that, because the physical pain is hard, sure, but it's actually the determination and, well, stubbornness to keep going that's really pulled him through. I couldn't be happier for him. I know how much it means to him. I know the work he's put in. Absolutely elated that he's not just finished the race, but actually finished it within his original target time, should he have had 10 good toes.
Definitely when you do something like that, to be honest, if you think it's just not going to be possible, and then you do it, it completely reframes what you think is possible and what you think you're capable of doing. And that's pretty cool.
When Nick had his feet out.
Yeah, me too. I'll try and put myself back. Potentially I'll put on. Cheers.
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 guys.
Great weekend.
Well done, Nick.
Well done, mate.
Well
Just
done.
to say thank you, everyone, for
So, like, you do.
What makes it fun?